Welcome back, sir.
Thank you.
We'll wait for our esteemed colleagues, Mr. Shadver. Wonderful.
Oh, that was
Uh,
that was dirty. Those were some dirty games.
Dirty but well played. Okay, so there's two things we're going to do here. The first one, we're just going to talk about the games, obviously. First one was on Catalina. This is the second time you guys have played each other. How did the previous experience you had playing with each other influence your decisions as far as builds and approaches to this match? We'll start with the Protoss again.
okay. Well, last time, of course, I won a game that, like, it was a macro game. So I figured that if he took a fast second base, then that would be my best outcome because that means I get to take three bases and it means I get to do my own thing for a bit. Um, so when I saw that, I got a little bit greedy, but then it kind of paid off later on. Um, Basically, if I were to scout a cheese of some sort, like a really, really cheesy cheese, I would just freak out and like uh-oh, what just happened?
That's fine. I was just in the
Okay,
StarCraft
sorry, I
client.
thought he
Continue.
disconnected. Anyway, I was just gonna overdo everything. Like I wouldn't make another drone for the next like 10 minutes of the game. I'd just be making units. So I was glad that I didn't have to go way far out of my comfort zone for that. That's all for that really, because we've only played 3 matches. So
Right.
Uh-huh.
Shadver?
Okay, well, the first game, I used my special build, which is DTs and +2 Blink Stalkers. I love that build so much. It gets me so many ladder wins. Because most people either don't scout the DTs and they just die, or, yeah, normally they just kind of die. But I think you scouted it with that Overlord, and
no, those
you didn't
spores were
scout it, so you
no
just
that those
metagamed me with the
spores
Spore Spine.
actually no. I didn't metagame. I was more like, what if he goes for DTs? And then I was like, I should probably scout. But then I was like, I'm too lazy for that, so I just put down 3 spores and like 3 spine crawlers. And I was like, I'm done with it for the rest of the game.
I was
Uh,
afraid that you were gonna, like, as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh crap.
no, you killed
Normally, if
that,
my
right?
DTs don't deal any damage, I can win with the Stalkers anyways. But I had
Oh
some,
yeah,
I had some really bad blinks,
you
and you had Hydras, which makes it a lot harder. So,
yeah, you killed that Overlord. I sent it in a scout, but I never actually looked at your base.
oh
That whole game, I didn't look at it. It was, yeah, I was very blind.
yeah,
Hmm.
Paid off though.
I was going to say, it almost looked, because what it did actually see, if you're curious at this point, was the gateways building. It didn't see the extra two, it just saw the three there, and but next to the one pylon.
yeah.
And I was wondering if you had just kind of spontaneously interpreted that as an attack, because I noticed almost immediately started building roaches. So I think you just, and it just worked out, I guess, regardless. But regardless of whether you looked or not. But no, he actually didn't scout the Twilight Council or the Dark Shrine
Yeah.
at all. So yes. So that went that way in the first game. So interesting build actually. By the way,
Yeah.
I would love to see a write up of that later. In
Uh,
question, because I've actually never messed with the DT thing before.
Yeah. I'm
I was
supposed to do
very,
it like another push where like you do like it's like a Zealot Stalker Mothership Core push,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm really bad with it, so I just like don't do it. And I feel like that's one of the weak points that I have when I do this build.
Oh,
Because it's supposed to get you like scouting information and pressure the third base and force units, and I just like don't do it. And normally it works fine, but every once in a while
yeah,
it comes back and hurts me.
I
yeah,
gotcha.
the first game I was just scared, period, because I don't know the map. Like that's the first time I've actually like legitimately played on the map.
Ah,
And I've only played on it 2 times. It was like an arcade mode or something. And I went to take a third base and I was like, oh, I should take a third base. And I was like, wait, where do I take my third base? So I just kind of looked around and stuff. It took me a little bit, but it was kind of like, oh, well, that's convenient because the way that you can defend it, as long as you can get to the high ground faster than your opponent can get in that area, you can defend it pretty easily, in my opinion.
okay. Well, there was that, and then there was game two, which was on Dead Wing. So
This.
before, oh, sorry, it was on Nimbus. As far as Nimbus is concerned, first question being, have you guys gotten to play on this? And what are your thoughts on the map before we talk about the game itself?
Shadver can go first on this one.
All right. I've played the map. No, like not a ton. I mean, I maybe have 6, 7 games on it, but I really like it because with the really short ramp up to your main, like in that game, it allowed me to go Nexus first into Gateway, and I didn't even have to get a forge.
Hmm.
And it's pretty safe to do that because you can wall yourself in with 1 extra pylon, and there's not really much that anyone can do. So I kind of like that map.
For me, I like the map. Yeah, the it's a very interesting ramp, but the thing I've noticed is when people do go Nexus first and stuff, I find it like they get too defensive. I don't know if you play like that or whatever, because there was some very strong attacks, but I was kind of like, oh, he took a second base and his wall off's pretty short. I'm like, guess 3 base. I mean, why not? But I don't particularly like how protected the second base is. That's the right word for it, I think. Like, not only can you not attack the main, but you cannot attack the natural. Like, you're completely safe. And it just kind of bugs me because it kind of makes it late game no matter what. In my opinion, at all. Like, I'm probably wrong. I'm Platinum League, come on, but...
It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry. Okay. No need to apologize about League. So yeah, as far as this game is concerned, yeah, it looked like you went for this is to Shadver, the classic Naniwa build actually.
The Nanyone one does it with zealots, and you only take 1 gas.
Okay.
So this was more of like a parting immortals and sentries.
All right.
Because I used to do the Nanyone one, and then I don't know what was wrong with it, but I could never hit at the right time, and I would just die to mutas. So I stopped doing that build.
Okay.
Because you get there with like 10 zealots, 2 immortals, and a warp prism, and there's like 10 mutas, and you're like, I can't kill those. So
no, I seem to. It's funny because I think he's had multiple versions of that build. I seem to remember him doing that, but I think it was like back in Wings. Yeah, it was like a long time ago.
Oh my god!
But
you guys like you're talking about build orders and stuff, and I'm sitting here like I only know like 15 hatch.
I remember
That's
parting.
all you need to know.
Oh my god! Back in Wings of Liberty, parting was terrifying with the Immortal Sentry. Because you just couldn't hold it. I remember, I don't remember what tournament it was, but parting was like, "Yep, I'm gonna Immortal Sentry all in all the Zergs I get, and I'm gonna win the tournament." The Immortal Sentry all into every Zerg, didn't drop a map to any Zergs.
Yep,
it was hilarious.
And it shows how powerful those things are when people first find those timings. They're just
and when you actually force field.
Well,
unlike me. Oh, those were so bad.
They weren't too bad. They did zone me out for a bit, and you did get the hatch kill.
I should have recalled after the hatch. But
yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking, like, he's gone, so I might as well just move my units and make sure, and then you were still there, and I was like, oh. And then you started losing sentries in that position.
Yeah, that was the plan, and then... Because I have a problem where I hotkey my mothership core into my main army, so I can't just, like, hit 1 and start force fielding. So I have to hit 1, and then I'm like, wait, I can't force field.
One tab.
So I have to hit tab, and then I have to force field. So that's my problem. I gotta stop.
I could never handle doing that myself. Like, it drove me nuts. I had it like that for 3 weeks until I eventually just went and I'm like, fine, I'll put on a different hotkey. But
that's also another problem that I have sometimes when I use blink stalkers. Is the mothership core will like float into the middle of the battle.
No.
And I'll like drag a box to select like the blink stalkers, and I'll select the mothership core too, and then I can't blink anymore. So.
Oh god.
Ouch. Well, anyway, yeah, the reason I was bringing that up, I'm like, it just seemed like a very nice response to like a roach heavy play. But yeah, pretty much what I was gonna say on your end, Protoss, it looked like you had the kind of well, I guess it works, may as well keep using it sort of approach.
Yeah. Yep.
Which I had to say turned out to be completely reasonable. That was very solid.
Yeah, I don't think that map. I mean, I feel like that map, like you can kill the third base with the Immortal Sentry, but I don't think that you could ever actually kill the Zerg with Immortal Sentry.
I I don't know.
I feel like I should have cause I have three main builds that I use against Zerg, which is the Twilight build that I used, and then every once in a while I'll do an Immortal Centurion, and then I sometimes do like a Stargate macro with Templar and stuff. And I was trying to decide between the Immortals or the Stargate, and I picked the Immortals, but I think the Stargate would have been a better choice on that map. So
I don't know. I
get
haven't really seen
Oracle, get
much in
some
the way of
Blade Rays,
games.
get some Templar.
I haven't seen many games on this map yet,
Like
so
I'm
it's
trying
hard
to
for me to
think
say.
like what if you had killed a third and I wasn't able to defend, you can't walk up that small space, meaning you have to take the time to kill that.
Yeah. But I
Like,
mean, Immortals would chew through the debris pretty fast anyways. But
Yeah, it would. I'm just saying, like, it's just an extra area. Like, spine crawlers, if I saw that I was under attack, like, I get to throw a couple down and all that, it would have given me a little bit of extra time, which could be fatal.
Sure. Well, I guess it pretty much makes us done. So if you guys want to plug anything, now is a good time to do that.
I'm good. I don't have anything.
Okay. Shadver doesn't. Probe does.
No.
Okay.
Well,
Guess I'll do my stuff then. As always, thanks for hanging out, guys. You can check us out as far as the archives for this. You can find that on tinyurl.com/daynights or daynights. If you guys, for some reason, want to pronounce it that way. And you can also you can check out other stuff that I do over youtube.com/omega068. I have been incredibly inactive on there because I've been super sick for like the past month, but I'm better now, so that's going to start changing soon. Also, you can find Zero Lambda over at his channel on twitch.tv/Zero Lambda when he's feeling cool, and occasionally we play things together. It's awesome. We'll let you know when that happens. Keep an eye on Twitter. But otherwise, thanks for hanging out, guys. And we will be back for one more match at least on Sunday, which is going to be at the exact same time, actually, 4 p.m. PDT. So we'll see you guys then for what matches? Notes. Hero versus Manderson.